Welcome to Comfort Havoc number 2. This video is called Heart to Heart. And the reason why it's called Heart to Heart is because I had a conversation with one of my siblings tonight. And sadly, she still doesn't get it. In fact, I don't think any of my siblings get it because I'm the second oldest of the 7 of us. And they seem to forget how many sacrifices my older sibling and I had to make for all of them. And they don't really care. And I tried to break it down, explain it to her, but the fact that when I get irate, my voice rises up, and it wasn't intended to be angry, but I have every right to be angry when I have to babysit you and turn around and babysit your kids. And my entire life was taken from me because of that. And for some reason, maybe when she sees this video, she might understand a little bit more because she'll actually be able to sit down and actually listen to it because she wasn't listening to me. See, you can listen to people and not hear anything, or you can hear everything and not listen. One way or the other, I don't remember what the exact phrase is because I think it's I'm hearing you, but I'm not listening to you. Or either I'm listening to you, but I'm not hearing what you're saying. One way or the other, that's kind of what the CF is. And everybody has their flaws, as she so evidently pointed out. But what I told her is I have one flaw. I tell the truth. I don't bullshit about it. I don't lie about shit. And I tell it like it is because I don't have time to, 1, remember a lie. 2, I don't like working that damn hard. And 3, and most importantly, it's just not worth it. At least if you tell the truth and get people out of the way, you get the hurt out of the way, it's done. So our conversation was about our parent, the one in which we share. Because my father has passed away, her father is very much alive. But what she fails to understand is when you don't look at yourself as part of someone else's problem, then it doesn't affect you. And that tends to make you not give a damn about someone else's struggle. Because you can be someone else's cause of problems and just not know it. I know I've caused my big sister a lot of problems. Which is why whenever she needs something, if I got it, she got it. Because I know what she's gone through because of me being born. But the rest of our siblings don't seem to understand it. Just like they had a right to go out and live and have kids and have families and stuff, we deserve that right too. And we never got it because we had to take care of them. And that's the whole point that I was making, But she didn't want to hear that. She didn't care because everything that I was telling her, it didn't affect her directly. Hell, it didn't affect her indirectly because she got to go out and do what she wanted to do. She has 3 beautiful sons. All of my siblings have beautiful kids except for my older sibling and me. And why is that? It's because all of them came into this world and got everything handed to them, more or less. But they didn't see it that way because they weren't the ones suffering. I gave up great jobs, because of my siblings' indiscretions, having babies too early, or having babies with people who want nothing to do with them. And not everybody who has a big dick and a great lick make good daddies. It's just that simple. But they also failed to learn from their mistakes and continue to make their mistakes. But then they don't want to own the mistakes, And then you have siblings like my youngest brother, not my 2 that my dad gave me, because we're on good terms. My younger brother, I'm on good terms with him, but I want to choke the shit out of him. Because he said some shit to me the last holiday. I think it was like Mother's Day or whatever. And he said some shit to me that you should never say to someone who never got the chance to go out and live their life because they were taking care of your ass instead of going to do what they should have been doing. They're taking care of you. They're doing the right thing for what is supposedly the right reasons, and it's still backfired in my face. But you don't come to that person and say, Happy Father's Day. When, yeah, I wanted to get married. It didn't happen. I wanted to have kids. It didn't happen. I'm almost 50 years old, and I've done nothing with my life but take care of my siblings. And the only thing they've done in return, not all, but the majority, was this. Let me get a closer look on that. Because, my life doesn't mean anything to them unless I'm taking care of a child that, again, my dick didn't create, or I'm doing something that benefits them. And like I said to myself all the time, if I die tomorrow, they won't care. They'll just care about what they can get from my junk or what else. And they're not going to miss me. They're going to miss 2 things about me. They're going to miss me taking care of their kids. And they're going to miss me. Did I mention they're going to miss me taking care of their kids? But as far as everything else, they're not going to miss my attitude. They're not going to miss my kung fu. As a person, they're not going to miss me at all. I will have more friends shed more tears before one person in my family sheds one. And why do I feel this way? Because the truth speaks for itself. Actions speak louder than your words. You can tell somebody you give a damn about them all damn day long. But if you're not proving it, if you're not doing anything to change their life for the better, then you really don't give a damn about them. So don't lie to yourself and don't pretend to them did you do. Because here's the thing. All right, everything my big sibling and I have done, we never got to thank you. We never got to, I'm sorry. We never got to, we're going to do better. So that you can go out and live your life in your 40s because we robbed you of your teens, your 20s, and your 30s. That's 3 decades that I could have been doing something great with my life besides taking care of them and then their children. So I don't have the right to be angry, according to my sibling, because I volunteered to do that. No, I was voluntold. There's a difference. See, they volunteered to have babies with jerks and people who don't want to be daddies. And though we've told them, don't do that, no, they were like, okay, we do what we want. And see, when you live in the fuck you, I do what I want mentality, you can't get mad when someone decides, I'm not doing this anymore. And I'm not. I'm almost 47 years old. And I've never got to live my life because they wouldn't stop doing the bad things that they do. And it's not so much as bad things, it's just not giving me a choice and not making good decisions. And then getting mad when someone says, you could have done something different. But they continue to do the same thing. But I don't have the right to be mad that as a 7-year-old boy, I had to watch my sibling the same way my big sibling had to watch me. And as my big sibling got old enough to go work, I was stuck carrying the bag. And instead of my parent doing the responsible thing, like not having more children, kept having more children. But those children don't seem to think that that's not wrong, that me and my older sibling had to watch them grow up and have it better than us. I got my first real job at 14. But my jobs prior to that was yard work with a stepfather and doing stuff like that, still making honest money. But I never got to go out and do stuff with my life. My big sister bought me my first pair of Nikes. I never could afford them with the jobs I've had. I will always be grateful for her. I can't say that about my other siblings because none of them really go to bat for me because they're so consumed with their own self that they don't look in the mirror and say, maybe we are causing this. Maybe we should stop and take a knee and let our older siblings have the spotlight for a little bit. Maybe we should stop having babies. Maybe we should stop making them take care of our babies because they took care of us. Maybe we would have a calm sense of responsibility to do that. Now, I tried to explain this to my sibling, and she just won't have it. She didn't give a damn about the entire conversation because she got distracted way too easy and looked away, asked somebody else another question. And this is the point that I'm making. When you give a damn about someone, when they're speaking to you, no matter how irate they get, you will at least listen. You will at least try to hear what they're saying. You can't feel no one else's pain. Understand that. You will never feel another person's pain. You can relate to their pain because you may have had a similar situation, but you cannot feel that person's pain directly. I lost my dad 5 years ago. I miss him every day. And the conversation my sibling and I was having was about what am I going to do when my mom passes. Well, here's the thing on that. I'm not going to miss her as much as everyone else because she's never really been there for me when needed. Because everyone else was more important. Everyone else. But I'm the one who didn't get to have the successful life that I wanted, and part of that is her fault. But what it really is, it's my fault because the desire to be loved by a mother from a child is unquantifiably needed. There is not a level of human being on this earth that don't want to be loved by their parents. My dad loved me. There was no problem there. There was no question that I could not have him do whatever I needed him to do. The thing was, I never had to do that. Couldn't do that with my mom. So if my siblings happen to come across this, and you probably will, she's never really been there for me. Not when I needed her. Not when it came to me or my brother. It was always my brother. when it came to me and my ex. You don't deserve to know that I spoke to your ex. You know, I'm just gonna let that go. I don't want you to be happy. I don't want to save your relationship or any of that other stuff. I'm just gonna let you suffer in silence, but I'm gonna help my brother. I'm gonna help him in everything, and I'm going to sucker you into helping him with everything. And they're all gonna smile and laugh in your face. Why? Because that's how it was. That's how simple it is. But my sibling, she still fails to understand how it feels to do stuff because you want to be loved so damn bad that you will give up everything just to be loved once in your life. Once. And I ain't talking about like love from another woman or anything like that. I'm talking about from a parental unit. And you know, I'm going to say this and I'm going to close this video out with this. And anyone who doesn't know this, you're going to learn this now. If you are a child and you see how one child is getting treated like they're the ring around Jesus' ass crack and they shit out gold bars, where you, on the other hand, you just think even if you don't take a shit. You're the ring around Judas' asshole. And you were treated and accommodated in every which way but the right way for that. Somebody needs something? Oh, let's screw over James. Somebody got to have this? Oh, let's screw over James. Let's do this, let's do that. But importantly, let's help everyone but James achieve his dream, achieve his goal. No, we're going to stand in his way. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that he fails. Which, congratulations, all of y'all have done a damn good job at that. So when you think about that, you know, the word I'm saying is not jealousy. It's definitely anger. Because I'm not jealous of none of these damn fools in here. But I will say this. I'm angry that no matter what I've done, as long as I've been breathing, I've never truly been loved by my parent. And kids know this. Kids instinctively know this. A kid knows when they are not being loved. A kid knows when they are not being treated fairly. And no matter what you do, it ain't about how much money you give that child. It ain't about what this kid wears on his back or his feet. Because I've been there and done that too. It's about how you treat that child from day one until the end of time. And if you're always being somebody's doormat, and that includes your sibling's doormat, willingly or unwillingly, you know. You know when you have been mistreated. You know when your family takes that knife and turns it while it's in your back. I prefer to be stabbed in the face. That way I got a fighting chance of seeing it coming. But you would never, as long as you're breathing, think that, for lack of a better term, that you would be Jason Peter Todd, tied up to a wall. Batman's rushing to save you, and your mom sells you out to the Joker. For those who are DC comic fans, you'll get the Death of Robin reference. As long as anyone's breathing, they will ever be grateful that they aren't me. And they will be forever grateful that they've never had to worry about a parent destroying their dream instead of helping them achieve it. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I hope my heart to heart teaches you guys something. And if you're going to be a parent, let me drop this before I go to bed. If you're going to be a parent and you can't love all your kids the same, no matter what the circumstances is, here's a tip. Only have one. Because if you only have one child, there's no sibling rivalry. There's no hatred towards siblings. There's no judgment. There's no, oh, well, you gave this one this amount of money, but you only gave me this amount of money. I've been there. I've been in situations where the sibling that I'm speaking of specifically and the sibling under her got $4. I got 25 cents. But yet I'm not supposed to be angry about that, you know? And they'll say, oh, you're just jealous. No, because what they didn't know was that was my money because that was child support money. I'm not a saint. I don't come from saints. But I do the right thing. Damn the consequences. I don't tell lies because I don't want to work that hard. People don't like the truth. That's why they don't like me. And because you can't handle the truth, then maybe you ought to think about the things you do before you do them. It's the same thing as thinking before you speak. I randomly think before I speak, and I try to word things properly that do not offend people. Sadly, I have a problem with raising my voice a lot. See, this is the other part that we had a conversation about, and I'm owning it. When no one wants to hear you, you raise your voice so that people can hear you, even if they don't give a damn. And then they were like, well, why are you raising your voice? Well, maybe if your ass took your head out of your ass and heard what I was saying, I wouldn't have to raise my voice. But also, when someone's emotionally invested in something that has hurt them so damn deeply that their scar on their soul only grows day by day, you will never know how that feels. You know why? Because it's not you. And as long as it's not you, to be honest, you're not going to give a damn. Just like she didn't give a damn. This is Comfort Havoc number 2. Be seeing you. Oh, also, I have 97 followers now. So thank you guys for that. I'll make another video. Thank you.